Good evening, students. 6th standard, 7th standard, 8th standard science. In this class, we are going to learn the topic of respiration. Yes, last class we studied about the physics chapter. Have you all go through that topics? Is there any doubt in the topics? Students, do you have any doubts? Have you all go through the topics? I think I gave one task also. Did you complete that? Did you complete the task? What task I gave to you? Yes, I gave different kinds of, yes, last class we studied about the different kinds of lenses, concave and then convex lens. What are the usage of concave and convex lens mirror? If you complete the topic means, please raise your hand. Did you complete that topic? That is the home task. Yeah, that is very important work also, because we want to do that continuation of that learning process. The completion of the homework is the important part of learning process. At that time only we recall the session details also. Okay. So what is respiration? The process by which the organism exchange of gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide with the environment. Okay, yeah. Exchange of gases. Exchange of gases process is called as respiration. What is respiration means? Exchange of gases. Okay, so exchange means what? Some the plants need carbon dioxide, human beings need oxygens. So depends upon the needs, we inhale the air with the help of the environment. Okay, so this process is called as respiration. So the organism exchange the gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide. So this is called as respiration. So there are different kinds of respiration. So that basically human respiratory system. I think we studied that concept of organ system. Do you have any idea about the organ system? Yeah, organ system. Yeah, our body is made up of cell. Yes, the cell is the basic part of that organ system. A group of organs is joined together to form a particular functions. Okay, yeah, different kinds of organs join together to form a system. This system is called as organ system. What is organ system means? And different number of organs are joined together to form a system. That is called as organ systems. Okay. So, like respiratory system and then digestive system, and then circulatory system, excretory system. These are all the different types of organ systems or functioning in our body. So what is a respiratory system? Respiratory systems are consist different kinds of organ like trachea and then bronchus, lungs. These are all the main part of that respiratory system. Respiratory system organs. What are the important organ is trachea and then bronchus and lungs. These are all the important organs of a respiratory system. So, these organs are joined together to form a respiratory system in our body. How is that? Respiration is going means exchange of air. Exchange of air. So, which is the important gas for the respiration? That is oxygen. We need oxygen. So, we inhale the oxygen from atmosphere. So, the exchange of air between the atmosphere and blood. So, this is the process of respiration, exchange of air and then atmosphere. So, first part of the respiratory system, just I go through our respiratory system. After that, we are going to enter the different kinds of respiration, that cellular respiration like aerobic and then anaerobic respiration. So, in our respiratory system, the basic part is first one is nose. Nose, that is the initial part of the respiratory system. Nose is the first part. We inhale the air with the help of the nose. Inhalation and then exhalation. Inhalation means in breathing there are two processes. One is inhale and then exhale. So this is the two process in breathing. So the inhalation through the nostrils, the air is entered to our nasal cavity. So this is the nostril structure. There are two nostril hole. The air is inhaled from the atmosphere. So the inner surface of the cavity is that cilia, the mucus producing the cell and then sticky to the mucosa. The mucus are filtered in this area. The inner part of the nose, the unwanted dust particles are filtered in this area. So this is the main function of nose. Okay. So next one is windpipe. So the second organ is windpipe. Windpipe is present in our throat part. After passing through the nasal cavity, air enters to the pharynx and then it goes to your trachea part. And next one is bronchi and then lungs. This, with the help of these three organs, the respiration is done in our body. So this is the function of respiratory system in our body. So in our part, there are different kinds of respiration we start. One is the cellular respiration. Cellular respiration. So that is two types. One is aerobic respiration and then anaerobic respiration. So cellular respiration. What is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration is the process by which the organisms break down the glucose into form of that cell and then use as energy. So this is called as cellular respiration, and then that process, the process by which organisms break down the glucose into form that the cell can use an energy. So the energy formation is done in the part in respiration. So this energy is then made available in living cells is called ATP. It's called as ATP. The cellular respiration takes place in the cytoplasm part and the mitochondria. There are different kinds of parts in cell. Nucleus, cytoplasm, ribosome, lysosome, mitochondria, Golgi bodies. These are all the parts of the cell. So, in this cellular respiration takes place in cytoplasm. Cytoplasm and the mitochondria. So, mitochondria of the cell. The cellular respiration is classified into two types. There are two kinds of respiration. That is, one is aerobic, another one is anaerobic respiration. So, the process by which organisms break down the glucose into form the cell. So, can use the energy. Use an energy. So, this is the cellular respiration concept. So, the cellular respiration is done in the part, the cytoplasm and the mitochondria part in that cell. So, the cellular respiration is classified into two types. One is, there are classified into two types. One is aerobic. Aerobic respiration. Okay. So, aerobic respiration means what? Aerobic respiration is nothing but the food substance are completely oxidized into H2O and carbon dioxide. We are taking different kinds of food material. So, the food substance are completely oxidized into H2O, water and carbon dioxide with the release of the energy. So, it requires the atmospheric oxygen also. In all the higher organisms are respirate in this kind of respiration. So, this reaction release the large amount of energy. So, what is aerobic respiration? Means the aerobic respiration, food substances are completely oxidized into carbon dioxide and water with release of energy. This is the concept of aerobic respiration. So, the food substances are completely oxidized into carbon dioxide and water with release of energy. So, the formula of the aerobic respiration, yes, that is the just equation. What is that equation of the aerobic respiration? Glucose plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide, water and energy. So, this is the equation of aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is simply explained with the help of this equation. So, the glucose and the oxygen, they combine to release carbon dioxide. These two products are react. So, these are all the reactants. These are all the products. The left side components are called as reactants. Right side components are called as products. Okay, yeah. Glucose and oxygen combine together to release carbon dioxide, water and energy. This is the simple explanation of aerobic respiration. So, this is one of the respiration in cellular respiration part. The cellular Respiration is classified into two types. One is aerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration, nothing but the food substance are completely oxidized. Okay, yeah. So how it is oxidized? With the help of water and the carbon dioxide with release of energy. So it requires the oxygen also, atmospheric oxygen also take in this part. So this is the explanation about aerobic. Next one is anaerobic respiration. Second one is anaerobic respiration. What is anaerobic respiration means? In this type of respiration, the oxidation of food takes into the organism, release the energy. So, the part of oxidation means nothing, the oxygen are taking that part. So, that is the oxidation process. The oxidation process and partial oxidation, food takes place the organism and then release the energy. They are taking the food. Okay, so we are also taking different kinds of food. Why we are taking food? We need more energy. Is it or not? Yes, we need energy to work for all our life period. Till that last minute, we want to do some work. Our body, organisms, organs, or functions each and every minute, they need this energy to work that organs. So we need energy. The energy will get from the food material, so that we are taking different kinds of food materials. So the oxidation of food takes place and the organism release the energy in the absence of oxygen. Oxygen is not in this part. So this type of respiration is called as anaerobic respiration. Main concept is absence of oxygen. The anaerobic respiration process without oxygen. So it is called as anaerobic respiration. This type of process is in the organism like yeast. Example of this anaerobic respiration is possible in yeast. So do you know the yeast? Yes, it is the well-known component. So ethyl alcohol or lactic acid and carbon dioxide are the byproducts. What are the byproducts in this process means ethyl alcohol, that is C2H5OH. This is the formula of ethyl alcohol or lactic acid and then carbon dioxide. So these are all the products. So this reaction release a very little amount of energy only. Large amount of energy was released in aerobic respiration, but in anaerobic respiration, the energy amount is very little. So they are not taking the oxygen, the energy amount also very low. So the quantity of energy is very little only. So this reactions release the little energy because glucose is not completely oxidized. In aerobic process, glucose is completely oxidized because glucose plus oxygen. The oxidation process was done in aerobic, but the oxidation is not completely done in anaerobic process. So the amount of energy is very little or very low. The energy is very little quantity only. Why? Because the oxidation process is not completely done in that area. So, what is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration process, the organism break down the glucose into form of the cell user and the energy. That is the concept of cellular respiration. There are classified into two types. One is aerobic, another one is anaerobic. Aerobic process means glucose is completely oxidized with the help of oxygen to release CO2, water, and large amount of energy. In anaerobic process, this process is partial oxidation of food. So the energy amount is very little because the oxidation is not completely done in that area. Byproducts are ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide, like that. So next one is what is the difference between aerobic and then anaerobic respiration? What is the differences between aerobic and then anaerobic respiration part? Aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration takes place in that presence of oxygen. This is the first point and then important point. So, presence of oxygen. In anaerobic process, absence of oxygen. This process is done without oxygen. So, this is very important point in the difference. Next one is the end products is carbon dioxide and water. The second point of the difference is end product, that is products are carbon dioxide and water. Here is carbon dioxide and then ethanol. So this is the end product, lactic acid also. So these are all the end products of anaerobic respiration. And here is what is the examples of aerobic respiration where it is occur. Yes, the higher plants and animals also. Plants and animals also follow aerobic respiration. And then anaerobic respiration means human muscle cells. Human muscle cells are followed the anaerobic respiration. So this is the third difference of aerobic and the anaerobic respiration. Is that clear, students? What is respiration? What is different kinds of organ system? In organ system, respiratory system is one of the important organ systems in each and every body. Human being, plants and animals also. The basic concept just I explained. What are the organs joined together to frame the respiratory systems in our human body? Trachea, lungs, like that. But in cellular respiration is our topic. So I explain what is cellular respiration, what are the classification of cellular respiration, that is aerobic and anaerobic. Okay. Now I'm going to explain this topic with the help of that simulation. Second. Yes, from the simulation, we are going to learn how the respiration is occur in different kinds of material. Wheat, what are the components are here? Wheat, groundnut, mustard, gram, and bean. So first I'm going to choosing the wheat. This material, this is called as beaker. One test tube is inserted in that beaker. Conical flask, sorry, this is beaker. The respiration, how the respiration is done in this part with the help of that scale. Okay, so just I am choosing the seats numbers and then temperature level also. Okay, the temperature level is 25 degrees centigrade. Number of seats are 40. I'm going to press the start button. The respiration is going on in this part. Listen, please look at the scale. The scale level is increasing here. How the respiration process are going in this area. Listen, yes, the 2 hours are passed. So the basic level of the scale was 2. So the N level is 5.7, 5.8. Okay, yeah. So just I want to less the initial level number. So 5 minus 2 means 3.7. So this is the right result of this. So what is that? The level of the water is delivery tube rises the release of carbon dioxide in the conical flask during the respiration process. So the respiration process, the carbon dioxide is released. We can identify with the help of the increasing level of that measurement. Okay. So next, I'm choosing the second one. Groundnut. Yes, this is the common product, well known product for all. The number of seats number is 30. And then the temperature level, and I'm choosing that a very low level for groundnut. Only 10 degree. How the process? Because the respiration, how the respiration is done with the help of temperature. So this is 15 degrees centigrade. The processes start is the basic level is 2. After 2 hours, this process is going in this area. So the level also increased. Yes. Look at the scale. Yes, just only 2 points is increased in the scale because the temperature level is low compared to that before process. So the result is 2 only. Yes, this is the right result. So which compound I used? Yes, the groundnut. So the level of that delivery tube just reduced only 2 points. The release of carbon dioxide during the respiration process. So it is, the level is increased. Okay. Next. The carbon dioxide is released in this area. So the respiration was occur in that area. With the help of the simulation, yes, the respiration is done in that part only. Number of seeds are here. Yes, and then temperature level also high. That is 25 degrees centigrade. So initial water level is 2 only. The process it starts going on. 1 hour is passed. After 1 hour, look at the scale. Yes. It is move and fast. Yes, the level of that scale is 5.5. So that is 3.5 centimeter. Water level is increasing here. The process is very fast. So in this fast manner, the respiration process was done in this area so that water level is also increased here because the temperature level also high. With the help of the temperature, the process was in fast manner. So the answer is 3.5. Is it right? Yes. Next one. gram, green gram, black gram, like that. So number of seeds are 50. Temperature also in high, 35 degrees centigrade. The basic level, initial level is 2. The program starts. Yes, the process starts. Yes, it is moving in fast manner because the temperature level is high, 35 degrees centigrade level in this area. So the respiration process also in fast manner. The level of the scale is 6.5. It is the highest point in compared to these three. So 6.5 less 2 means 4.5 centimeter level is increased. So this is the right answer. Okay. So in this manner, we can identify how the respiration is done in that plants areas. So temperature is 35 degree. Number of seeds level is lesser. The process is little bit fast because the number of seeds is lesser. I am choosing only 30 seeds in conical flask. So the rising level is 3.5 minus 2 means the answer is 3. So this is the answer for this. So level of water and derivative rises up to the release of carbon dioxide in the conical flask during the respiration process. I think respiration process is clear. Students, is there any doubt how the respiration is done in that plant seeds? Yes, with the help of the simulation, we can understand the process of respiration in different kinds of seeds like bean, gram, groundnut, wheat, like that. Okay. Yes, one more simulation is very important. Yes, how the respiration is done here means, yeah, do you know that leaf part? Yes, yes, we are well-known part of the plant is one of the important part of plant is leaves. Different kinds of parts means leaves, roots, and then branches, fruits, seeds, like that. Okay, these are all the parts of plant. One of the important part of plant is a leaf. The leaf is the essential part of the plant. The respiration is done in this area with the help of that stomata part. What is that? Stomata. Stomata means the holes. The tiny holes are present in this leaf. With the help of the stomata, that breathing process is going on in that area. So, there are different kinds of leaves here. This is mango leaf I am choosing. Forceps. This is called as forceps, slide, cover slip, and then water and microscope. With the help of the microscope, we are going to see that stomata part of leaf. One second. I'm choosing mango leaf. And then with the help of that, first I'm going to tear the leaf, and then the help of the forceps are taking one part of the leaf, and I take 1 or 2 drops of water to this leaf, and I cover the leaf to the slip. Going to place the slide. Yes. Look at that leaf. Yes. Very clear. Yes, this part is called as stomata. This stomata part is the water and then air also going. The respiration is done in this part. So, this is the important part of that leaf. The respiration process also done in this area. So, it is clear, ma? Yes, this is the stomata part. Stomata means the holes, the tiny holes are present in that leaf part. This tiny part is called as stomata. Okay. So, with the help of the stomata part, the air is circulated as well as that water also evaporated in this area. Okay. So, and next one. I'm choosing next one, the Tunia leaf. Just want to tear the leaf. With the help of the forceps, I'm taking the leaf and kept into that slide and put 1 or 2 water drops into that leaf. And then I cover the slide with the help of the cover slip. Kept the slide in the microscope. Look at this leaf. There are different kinds of leaves, different shapes of leaf, different colors of leaf also. Yeah, we are seeing. So, this is the right structure. Yes, dark green color leaves. The stomata is in that center part. These are all the stomata part of the leaf. What leaf? That is petunia leaf. In petunia leaf, the stomata part is like this. So, is that clear? In that help of the stomata part, respiration was done in that area. Next, one more leaf is bougainvillea. So, this is the bougainvillea leaf. Want to tap each and every leaves are different kinds of cell structure also. Yes. Have you all identified the different kinds of cell structure? Yes, there are different kinds of leaves, different kinds of cell structure also each and every. It is differ from one leaf to another leaf. Yes, look at this leaf. Look at the stomata part also. Yes, it is a different color. Wow. Nice, very nice color, is it? Yes, this is the stomata part of that bougainvillea leaf. So, light green and brown color. The cell structure is differ. Sit. The stomata part is in that area. So, these are all the stomata part. The stomata part release the water and then air is circulated in this area. Respiration is done here only. Okay. Is that clear, ma? So, yes, we learned different kinds of respiration like aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Where it is possible means plants and animals are follow that aerobic respiration. Human muscle cells are using the anaerobic respiration. Okay. Next topic is tissues. Tissues. What is tissues? Yes, the cell is the basic part of that our body. Uncountable cells are present in our body. Is it or not? Uncountable number of cells are present in our body. After that, cell is tissues, and then organ systems are formed in our body. So tissues is nothing but group of cells. A group of cells is otherwise called as tissues. They have a similar structure and join together to form a specific functions. The tissues are doing a particular functions only in that area. So the tissues are group of cells that have a similar structure also. The cell structure are similar in area and act together to perform a specific function. Different kinds of functions are done in our body: respiration, and then digestion, excretion, circulation. These are all the functions of our body. So the tissues means the different kinds of group of cells are joined to do a single actions, that is the specific functions. So this is the main function of the tissues. Okay, tissues or groups of cells have a similar structure and act together to the specific function. They are joined together to perform a specific particular functions only. So that kind of part is called as tissues. There are two types of tissues. One is simple and another one is complex. Tissues are classified into two types. One is simple tissue, another one is complex tissues. So simple tissues are made up of same kind cells. Very simple explanation. Simple means same kind of cells. The same kind of cells are joined to form a simple tissues. Okay, same kind of cells. Simple tissues means same kind of cells are to form a tissue. That tissue is called as simple tissues. Okay, different kinds of cells are made to form a complex tissue. Complex tissue is nothing but different kinds of cell formation. Different kinds of cell formation join together to form complex tissues. So this is the explanation of simple tissue and the complex tissue. Simple tissues are made up of the same kind of cells, same type of cells. So that is called as simple tissue. Complex tissues are made up of different kinds of cells. So this is called as complex tissue and then simple tissues. Okay. So what is the example of simple tissue and that complex tissue means? In that complex tissues, the example is dry skin. Tissues of dry skin. This is the example of complex tissues. Simple tissues example is glandular tissue. Glandular tissue is the example of simple tissues. Okay, so this is the concept of simple and then complex tissue. What are the types of tissues? Next heading is types of tissues. What are the types of tissues means? Depending upon their structure and then functions. Function and then structure. In structure part as well as the functional part, we are going to classify the types of tissues into 4 types. There are 4 types of tissues. Depending upon the function and structure, We classified the types as 4 types of tissues. One is epithelial. One is the epithelial tissues. This is the important tissue. The function of the tissue is protection. Yes, the main function of that epithelial tissue is protection part. Okay, this is the main function of epithelial. And then second one is muscular tissue. The word muscular. Muscular is where, yes, the muscles. Muscles means what? They are the binding part of bone here. So the movement and that locomotion part is the function of the muscular tissue. Movement of our body. Movement and then locomotion. These two functions are done with the help of muscular tissues. Okay. There are 4 types of tissues. One is epithelial. Epithelial tissue function is protection. And then next one is muscular tissue. Muscular tissue function, movement and that locomotion. And then third type is connective tissue. Third type of tissue is connective tissue. So, the connective tissue function is binding, and tissues are binded our body in different structures. Binding function. So, that is called as connection. Connective tissue means binding function is the main function of connective tissue. Next one is a nervous tissue. The fourth type of tissue name is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is the conduction of nerve impulse. Conduction of nerve impulse. There are different kind of impulse we are receiving. Yes, we are seeing the picture, learning the syllabus, hearing the music. Different kinds of actions are done in our body. So the impulses are passed with the help of the nerves. So the nerves are used to pass the messages to brain, and the brain is also pass all the messages to all different kinds of organs. Though that kind of process is done with the help of nervous tissue. So the nervous tissue is used to conduction of nerve impulses. Okay, these are all the 4 types of tissues. One is epithelial tissue and muscular tissue and connective tissue and nervous tissue. So these are all the 4 kinds of tissues. Just a minute. With the help of the simulation, we are going to learn what are the plants and animal tissues. Okay. So what are the tissues? Parenchyma and then sclerenchyma cross and longitudinal, and then striated muscles, and then neuron. Neuron is the animal cell. Okay. So I am choosing that parenchyma cell. Yes, I adjusted the microscope. Yes, this is the parenchyma longitudinal cell structure. There are different kinds of cell structure is present. We know that concept. There are different kinds of cells parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. These are all the kinds of cell structure. So, this is the structure of parenchyma longitudinal part. Okay. So, next one is sclerenchyma longitudinals. Look at this picture, it's very clear. Set. The straight lines, straight stripes, different colors also present in this area. So, the separating part line is here. This is the structure of sclerenchyma longitudinal. That is straight line structure is called as the longitudinal part. And next one is cross section. See here. Yes, the epithelial cells also like this. So there are different kinds of cells: connective tissue, epithelial tissue, muscle and nervous tissues. Tissues are made up of the cells only. Yes, the sclerenchyma cross-sectional view. Is it clear? So in this manner, the sclerenchyma cells are present in that leaves. Next one is striated muscle fibers. In our body, the muscle fibers are made up of in this part. So look at this muscles. Muscle part, muscle tissues are help to the movements and that locomotion. So the muscle tissues are present like this in our body. The straight lines and that different kinds of parts and the different kinds of material. So each and every cells are having mitochondria and then lysosome, ribosome. So these are all the tissues, straighted muscle formations. Next one is a neuron. Yes, where it is neurons? Yes, neurons are present in our brain part. Yes, in primary classes, we studied about the neuron. The neurons are present in our brain part. The neuron structure, neuron cells are like this only. This is the structure of neuron. So, uncountable neurons are present in our brain part. The neuron structure is like this only. So, different kinds of cells. The cells are joined together to form a tissues. Different kinds of tissues are present in our body. So, each and every tissues are, the cells are in different structures also. So, this is the neuron cell structure. So, very clear. So in this simulation, just we learned the different kinds of cells, that is collenchyma and then sclerenchyma structures. Okay. So what are the topics learned? First one is respiration part and then another one is tissues part. Is there any doubt? Means you please ask me, raise your hand or type any matter or just you put emoji. What are the doubts? I already explains we want to, in learning process, just we go through the lesson each and every day, as well as we want to clarify the doubts also each and every day. The process, the learning process will be completed when you ask the doubt immediately, then and there, so that we can get the clear idea about that topic also. So, okay. So, the first one is epithelial tissue studies. There are two types of epithelial tissue. One is simple epithelium, another one is compound epithelium. I am waiting, student. Just I start the next topic. Is there any doubt? Means you can ask me. So, there are two types of epithelial. First topic is epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissues are classified into two types. One is simple epithelium. And then next one is compound epithelium. The epithelial tissues are divided into two types. One is simple simple epithelium and then compound epithelium. The simple epithelium cell is made up of a single layer of cells. The simple epithelium is made up of single layer of cells only. Compound epithelium is composed of different type of layers. Different layers are in compound epithelium. So the main concept is simple epithelium is made up of the single layer of cells only. Compound epithelium is made up of different layer of cells. So this is the main difference of simple epithelium and compound epithelium. So what is the function of the epithelial tissues? The skin which forms to outer covering of the body. What is the function of epithelial tissue? I told yes. Protection of our body. Which is the protection part? Yes, the skin is the main important protection part in our body. All the organs are covered with the help of the skin only. This is the main protection part in our body. So, the skin is formed the help of the epithelial tissues. So, main function of the epithelial tissue is the skin formation. The underlying cells are, there are different number of layers are present in our skins. So, the drying, injury, and then microbial infections, we feel like that. So, the protection part is skin only. Say, they protect our body. They oppose the injuries and then infections also. Second one is absorption of water and then nutrients. The water is absorbed with the help of the skin part. They are involved the elimination of waste products. Yes, sweating is done in the part of skin part. Sweating means the waste products are excreted area is skin. Okay, yeah. So next one is epithelial tissues perform the secretory function, sweating, saliva, and then enzymes also. So there are four main functions of that epithelial tissue. One is the form of the outer covering of the body, protection of our body is that skin. And next one is absorption of water and nutrients, and then elimination of waste products, and then secretion of function, that is saliva and then enzymes. Okay. So this is the basic details about the epithelial tissue. So once again, I go through the topics. One is the respiration and another one is tissues topic. So students, please go through the topic. Is there any doubt? We will discuss in next session. Okay. Thank you, students. Jai Vidya Shakti, Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.